Hello dear viewers, this is George from Ireland, and once again I am in Ireland. This is Castletownbere, which is a small town in County Cork. It's a fishing village, sometimes called Bear Haven, and the view of fact that it's a harbour and it's in the Beara Peninsula. Indeed, it's the capital of the Beara Peninsula. So I'm on the square, it doesn't have a name as such, in the middle of Castletownbere. So a little bit about tourism in the Beara Peninsula. Well, you'd need to arrive by car, just possibly by bus Éireann. There are a few private minibus companies which come down from Cork, stopping in a couple of places along the way. If you want to stop somewhere along their route, if you just tell the driver, then they'll let you out. But I very much would recommend hiring a car if you don't have one already, because bus services are pretty infrequent. You can drive around the Ring of Beara, walk around it. There's the O'Sullivan-Beare Way, which is a walk commemorating the heroic retreat of one of the chiefs in 1602, who was fighting against Elizabethan forces, and he led his 1,000 people up to Leitrim, although many of them died along the way. So this is a fabulous place to come if you want to go angling, deep sea fishing, sailing, kayaking, swimming, apart from hill walking obviously. There's a gun club. I'm not sure if they'd let people who just turned up go shooting with them. That's only in the winter obviously. You can hire horses to ride, although people around here tend to have the notion that riding is for children. There's the ruined O'Sullivan-Beare Castle. There's Puxley's Castle, which is a stately home near Dunboy Castle. Dunboy Castle, sorry, that's the real name of the ancient one. Puxley's Castle was burnt down by the IRA in 1920. The Crown Forces used to burn down houses of people they believed were helping the IRA. So then the IRA hit back and they would burn down the houses of those they believed were for the Crown. So that was a ruin for decades. And then bit before 2008, people started to rebuild it, trying to turn it into a 5-star hotel. All was rather over ambitious, but anyway, the project wasn't completed. And what's there to enjoy here? Plenty of pubs, not that much live music unfortunately. Obviously fantastic seafood, fresh catch that day, and really there are just some picturesque villages to see. Irie's just a few kilometres away, which is very bright. If you're into Gaelic games, there'll be plenty of that to watch. For my money, it's not the most fascinating part of Cork. Ballydonegan beach here has actually got sand on it, but for the most part you're looking at shingle beach. Other notable things, well, behind me, yes, you can see the red sign and the white building above it. That's McCarthy's pub, and that's owned by the McCarthy family, oddly enough. I believe it's the oldest licensed pub in Ireland. Dr. Aidan McCarthy was the proprietor for some time, though I don't think he ever ran it, and his family owned many of the businesses in the town in the 1920s. And anyway, cut a long story short, he was a doctor of medicine, that is, and he served in the Royal Air Force in the Second World War, was a prisoner of war in Japan, and distinguished himself by his valour, by his ingenuity, keeping men alive in extraordinarily difficult circumstances. He was there when Hiroshima and Nagasaki were bombed. He saved some of his Japanese guards from being lynched right at the end of the war, and he was given a samurai sword in gratitude by one of the Japanese people whose lives he'd saved. So he was an outstanding humanitarian and a native of this town, though he spent most of his adult life in England, and his daughter still runs that pub. You can read his book, A Doctor's War, and there's a documentary I think coming out about him. What else? Yeah, there's a book called McCarthy's Bar, and it features that pub on the front cover. Right, that's all for the moment from Castletownbere.